What's up, guys? I'm Crystal Lee Naomi, aka Jasmine Borders on Tyler Perry's Sisters. Be sure to subscribe to the Haves and the Have-Nots review for not only reviews on the Haves and the Have-Nots, but also on Sisters. And while you're at it, give your girl a follow on Instagram at Crystal Lee Naomi. And I'll see you every Wednesday at 9, only on BET.
All right, Sisters fans, hope you're doing well. Let's jump into the video. After you do the following, hit that thumbs up button. Follow me on social media. Links are in the description box below. Hit the bell notification icon and select all. That way you don't miss out whenever I post new content to the channel. And hit subscribe. But also remember, I'm trying to increase the percentage of watch time that comes from my subscribers. I have almost 70% of my watch time coming from people who have not subscribed. So if you are a frequent viewer of the channel, hit subscribe. That's all I'm asking. We're currently at around 32%. I'm trying to get to at least 40 by the end of the month. I know you can help me reach that goal, so let's work together. Now, one of the more interesting parts of the trailer for next week's episode is that, Andi brings up, Gary going to therapy, counseling, and he brings up that, okay, yeah, you go too. Wait, why do I need, what do I need, what, wait, why do I need therapy? I don't think this video will be super long, but let me put it this way. I think Andi does need therapy, but I feel like she doesn't want to go. Not because she doesn't recognize that she needs therapy. It's because she knows if she goes to therapy, she's going to hear exactly what she doesn't want to hear, even though she wants to hear it. Look, I've said it time and time again for the past few months. We've all said it. Miss Irene, Fatima, Sabrina, Danny, Karen. They've all been telling Andi what she needs to hear. Arguably not Karen and Sabrina because they're too busy coddling Andi, whereas Danny is telling it like it is, but nobody wants to hear that. And so now in recent episodes when Sabrina and Karen are finally like, yeah, we got to tell Andi not to do this. And then that's why Danny's like, well, don't ask me why I'm quiet. I tried to say this at the bank. Y'all told me to shut up, so I ain't saying nothing. So it's like anytime Andi gets the advice she knows she needs, she actually backslides back to Gary. So I feel like, here's my thing. I think going to therapy will not only be good for Gary because it will help with anger and jealousy issues. I think that if Andi goes to therapy with Gary, she'll realize she doesn't need to be with Gary. She doesn't even want to be with Gary. She only wants to be with Gary in order to fill the void, which is her loneliness and her obsession with quote unquote catching up. The fact that I should have been married by now. I should have a family by now. How much you want to bet this is just, Andi trying to fill the void of, you know what? I know I was involved in an affair, but I've invested too much time, too much heartache, too much pain, too much emotion. I damn near lost everything. But you know what? I ain't giving up Gary. That's what I think. I think that's Andi's biggest problem. Because yes, we know she was in an abusive relationship in college. Now, we don't really know too much about it. We get a lot of hints of what her friends had to do to stop their relationship. Apparently, it didn't... Andi didn't leave until after her her ribs were bruised by him. Ironically enough, Gary did the same thing, but she's talking about getting married with him, which is weird. But I'm thinking that in college, trust me, I know the feeling. When you're surrounded by people in the same age group, they're getting married, engaged, they're in long-term relationships, you're about to graduate and you ain't got a damn thing, so you want to hook up with anybody. Trust me, I didn't even have, I think I may have like 3 dates during my 4 years of college and none of them worked out. But at least I'm still friends with those 3 girls, even though they're married now, so we don't really talk as much. But, it is what it is. When you're surrounded by nothing but, couples and whatnot and people, it's almost like social media in real time. When you're looking at social media and it's like you're almost judging and critiquing your own life because you don't seem to be as well off as some of your friends. But being on like a college campus and you see in real time people moving forward with their life. Oh, they got their dream internship, or they got their dream job right out of college, or they're getting married. But you're like, well, what about me? So I feel like that's Andi's biggest issue. It's like she feels like any kind of relationship, abusive or whatever, it's better than no relationship. She really does remind me of Joan on Girlfriends, because like I said, when I binged season 1 of Girlfriends on Netflix and compared it to Sister season 1, I'm like, that was one of the biggest things I noticed about Joan. She didn't care. I don't think she was ever in an abusive relationship, but she didn't care what kind of man she was with per se. I wouldn't say she overlooked the flaws, because she would clearly look at the flaws but wouldn't care. She just wanted to be with anybody to say she was in a relationship. I feel like Andi is in the same kind of boat. So I think Andi does need therapy. I think she already knows what her shortcomings are, but I feel like she just feels so like such an elitist, like she's above and better than everybody else. So maybe that's why she doesn't take the advice of her so-called sisters and friends. When I say so-called sisters and friends, I mean like they aren't not being her friend they are not being her friend. Wait, I'm sorry, I'm confusing myself. It's not that her friends aren't being her friends. I feel like she doesn't think their advice is worthy of her following. It's like, then why the hell are you asking them for advice? So I feel like, I honestly feel if her and Gary went to therapy, it would probably make them break up, because Andi will open her damn eyes. But then again, it probably won't happen until they're married and it's too late and she gets abused, but whatever. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. I'm honestly, I'm not mad at Gary saying, she needs therapy or counseling. I feel like maybe it would be beneficial for them both. Like, of course, have Gary go to counseling for his own issues, but, have some like premarital counseling and whatnot. I feel like Gary's biggest thing is the fact that, bro, it seems like you're just saying, it's almost like you're making it sound like getting married is just going to make everything go away. It's like he always says, if I can go back and change it, I could. Or, yeah, we get married, it's like we'll just erase the past. It doesn't. Yo, ex just beat her ass in the parking lot. It's not going to be that easy. So, I don't know. But let me know your thoughts below. Do you think Andi will go to therapy? Do you think it will come down to Gary saying, well, hell, if you ain't going, I ain't going, even though he promised he was going, but whatever. So I think it would lead to a good character arc in season 3. So thanks so much for tuning in, guys. I hope to get some good thoughts in the comment section below. And as always, if you would like to donate to the channel, feel free to do so on PayPal or Cash App. Thanks so much for tuning in, and I'll talk to you soon.